Hello. Ed Raymer with you with the Edwin Lee Raymer Show. Hello, everybody. I hope you're staying warm outside. A low tonight in the possibly single digits, but a wind chill possibly in could get as low as -3, and I believe it, every bit of it. I'm telling you. So stay warm out there. I'm going to get right into this thing because we've got a lot of ground to cover and a little bit of time to cover it. And yes, I had someone ask me earlier today, said, Rob Mitchell going to be your guy? I said, yes. Said again, I said, yes. Because there's a lot of stuff going on here that folks you need to know about. Hello, Rob.
Ed, I love you, brother.
I love you. I don't think a lot of people are in love with us, but that's okay. I've been used to it all my life. But, I mean, you're an elected official. You should know that comes with the territory. We've got some things to cover here, and we're going to get right to it. Connor, if we could, Connor's on the board. Thank you, Connor. And we're going to get right to it. But for right now, my name is Edwin Lee Raymer, and yes, I'm still a private investigator. Welcome aboard.
This is the Edwin Lee Raymer Show with your host, Ed Raymer, on your Good Neighbor station, News Radio, WGNS.
All right, that's a little rock and roll for you, and I'm Ed Raymer of the Edwin Lee Raymer Show. That's your host, and glad to be with you again on a cold, chilly December night here, getting ready for the holidays. And this show's produced, of course, at the studios right here, WGNS AM 1450 FM 100.5, 101.9, right here in the heart of the great volunteer state in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Now, you can reach us tonight, and we hope you do, with your questions or your comments at 615-893-1450. It's 615-893-1450. And you can also send us a text to that number, and our producer, Connor, will be glad to read it over the air or hand it to me or Rob. We'll be glad to get it for you. Now, how do you find us? You know by now the good old-fashioned radio, AM 1450 on your radio dial, or FM 100.5, 101.9. And here we cover all of Rutherford County and worldwide on WGNSradio.com. You can find us there, pull it up, scroll over to listen live, and you can do it that way. My wife listens on Alexa, many other ways, Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and, just a number of ways you can find us. So if you reach out there and Google me, you'll be able to find the show, the Edwin Lee Raymer Show. Even on YouTube, WGNS, take the WGNS app. You can download it and take WGNS with you wherever you go. Listen whenever you wish. I didn't get to see Angela tonight. She doing all right? She doing good. Her and Angie Marie, good. I didn't get to see them. It's so cold. They got out of here. I think got home, got their feet in front of the fire by now. So, Rob, what's going on?
Oh, I don't know. You tell me. Yeah.
Well, I've been watching the meeting. Well, I don't know. For the first time, maybe I can. I've seen some meetings, and where do we stand on this thing? I'll just ask you point blank. I don't,
No, I mean, things are good in my corner of the world.
It sounds like it. It looks like
they're not so good over in the mayor's office.
No, they're not. Not really. Not at all.
No, he's been referred to the district attorney for 2 charges, either one of which could remove him from office.
Right.
And it was referred over because there was hard email evidence of violations that was provided to him.
Right.
Provided to the ethics committee.
Right. And I want to go over tonight. Let's see here. I've got them here. Yeah. You had a letter from Tim Rudd.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure you're familiar with it, probably heart to heart. And I'm not going to read all of it, but I'll read, and I don't know, I guess Tim, I don't know if Tim wrote this or if you did, but here's what it says.
Tim wrote it.
Tim wrote it. Okay.
Tim wrote it.
Okay. Let me read this. And like I said, let me get my eyes on. And what is now evident is that revelations of the comptroller's direct payments to a dissolved organization could cause him embarrassment, if not removal from office. What better way to protect oneself than to discredit someone who might present evidence that could damage you? Is he using TNAAO? What is that again?
Tennessee Assessors Association of Assessing
Association of
Officers.
Assessors, right. As a silent ghost lobbyist. Their executive director is employed by several counties to lobby for revenue generation. Or is it even more insidious? When I asked questions and resisted treating single-family rental properties, that's a big thing here that they're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. As single-family rental properties, as commercial, I was attacked. My discoveries of the possible financial irregularities in the assessor's organization simply intensified attacks. This thing with this is basically, this is a big part of what's going on here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that is charging 40% when they should be charging 25.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And this is something that's been going on, Ed. I've talked
I know
on your
you
show about it for the last
this is
2-3
going on.
years.
That's the last 2 or 3 years. Right. Yeah. Yeah. This is nothing new.
It's the desire to make the single family rental properties, commercial properties, was rolled out by the Assessors Association, and was the Assessors Association was used to convince
Right.
assessors that it was the appropriate thing to do and that the assessors could do it without a change in state law. Assessors across the board refuse
Which
that.
cannot do.
No,
Yeah.
technically you can, but it would be, in most cases, overturned.
Overturned by the Supreme Court or just about any court.
Local county board would be
Sure.
the first appeal for it
Sure.
to go to.
Yeah.
Under duress, we made that change that was requested here in
Sure.
Rutherford County by the comptroller's office because we were directed to do so. So we did it under duress, lest we be found in further noncompliance. So we did it. People appealed to the county board, which is their first appeal, and the county board unanimously reversed every single decision that state comptroller's office required us to make. So
Sure.
it
Okay.
went back to the way it was supposed to be.
Right.
Now, they did that in Sumner County, but in Sumner County, the county board acquiesced to the desires of the comptroller's office, and they upheld
Out of political pressure, I'm sure.
out of political pressure because
Sure.
the county mayor up there used to be the assessor.
Yeah. Friends of a friend of a
Right.
Yeah, right.
So
okay.
that's why the backing was there with it. And it gives more revenue to the mayors, so the mayors don't have to go to the citizens and say, we need more money. They just pawn it off on the assessors. The assessors change the classification. It bumps in a few
Right.
more $1
Yeah.
million that they can put in, spend it however they want to.
And the bottom line is you just weren't willing to play ball.
No, I wasn't going to break the law.
Not in their ballpark
No.
anyway. We have a caller on the line. Connor, go ahead. Caller, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hello, Mr. Ed.
Hello.
How's it going, sir?
Going very well.
Well, that's good to hear. Good to hear. I've got a hypothetical for you I'd like to present, and you can answer for yourself. I'd like to hear what Mr. Mitchell says about it.
All right.
Y'all bouncing around. Let me assume for a moment that you, Ed Raymer, are the county mayor. Now don't. I hope nobody panics when they hear that.
I hope they don't either.
It's not real. It's not real. But let's assume you're a county mayor and
Okay.
you've got a side hustle, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can have a side hustle. You're perfectly legal to do that. But assuming that me or somebody else is a member of the county commission or a county official, and I've got a project that I want your support from, would it be slightly possible that I might use your side hustle to influence your support to my project by being very generous to your side hustle? That seems to me that would create a potential conflict of interest.
I would think so.
Yeah, I would think so too. I don't. I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but it certainly is allowing an avenue for that to occur. But
You're talking about the honey in the mayor's office.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
You know, Rob, I'm sorry, may I call you by your? Do you have a name or some name we can call you?
You can call me Ted.
Ted. It's let me. You know, Rob and I were just talking about this. You know, we've seen this for years, and especially in local politics. Oh, you want a jar of that relish the wife had? Yeah, stop by the office. I'll get you a jar, no problem. But it was given. It was free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just stop by and pick it up. It may have been a friend of a friend, may have been a voter. It's fine. May have been saying, hey, it was good relish we had over the weekend that we eat at the picnic or whatever. Oh yeah, my wife makes that. I'll get you a jar. Stop by the office. I'll bring a couple of jars, and you have a jar. That's different. We're talking about selling things now.
Right.
You know, and we've always had that in our life, or at least I have in my life. There's always been somebody making something or whatever the case might be. And, and it wasn't a problem. But now when you're actually selling, and I think what this honey sells for $22
a quart
or whatever it might be.
Maybe
a pint or whatever.
Yeah. It's not very big. It's
right.
Yay big, however big that is. On the
Ted, are you familiar with what pints cost? I figured you might be.
Different kind of pint. but the mayor has that too.
The last time you sold me one, I don't remember. No, I don't.
Okay. Okay. All right. May have been so long ago. Anything else for our good friend, Mr. Mitchell, here?
No, that's about it. I just like to hear y'all's opinion about that and bouncing around with it. Maybe other people will have an opinion about it as well.
Sure.
I don't know if it's something that anybody's ever thought about, but it does seem to at least present an avenue for some influence peddling in some sort.
It does have a certain look to it, doesn't it?
It does.
It really does.
And
Yeah.
Obviously, it would be worse if you were the county mayor, but we don't go into that.
Hey, let me tell you something. Mama didn't raise no fool. Okay, I'm smart enough to stay out of where I don't know when I know I'm not supposed to be there. You should know that by now.
Yeah, your brother told me that one.
Ted, did you? Yeah, I know. Have you got my Christmas gift yet? I just wondered.
I haven't. I'll be watching the mail though.
Well, no, I've been asking everybody. This thing is spending $4,000 or $5,000 for a gift for me. We're going to cut that down to around $2,000. Well, it's $2,500 in your case this year. And I know last year you said you left the other one on the carport while we were gone, and I guess thieves took it. So please let me know, and I'll be there to see when you bring it. Okay?
Yeah, that does happen.
Well, I'm in a pretty rough neighborhood, but my county of property assessor still charges me pretty good money just to live in that area.
I'd like to congratulate you, by the way. You're doing quite well. I first met you were tinting windows, and then next thing I know, you're an investigator and you're peeping in windows.
Right.
And now you've reached great heights with your broadcasting career, and I appreciate it. And I don't say great heights with any deference to your width. And I can
Ted, are there any other shows you'd like to call right now? Because I don't want to stand in your way.
Well, I do have someone knocking at the door, so I better go.
Well, there's a women's prison down the road, and and if you wonder if I treat all my callers this way, no, just you.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. I do appreciate you. Thank you, Ted. We appreciate you.
Have a good night.
Take care. That's a good friend of ours, needless to say, but he presents a good point.
Yeah, well,
and a valid point.
That was one of the things they did question whether or not it was appropriate for the mayor to have be conducting sales out of his office.
Right. Yeah.
The mayor was quick to remind all of the commissioners that he had provided them with honey from his office.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And the county attorney brought up that there's no, since he's an elected official, while it would be a terminatable offense for a county employee, it's okay if an elected official does it.
Yeah.
Just as having whiskey in your office would be a terminatable offense if you were a county employee, if you're an elected official, it is not.
But it's not. You're under a different set of rules. Yeah.
Yeah.
In other words, you can have a bottle of whiskey in your office.
I won't have anything in my office. That
Right.
my
I know you
employees-
don't, but you know what I'm saying.
I mean,
yeah.
I was brought up that you don't ask somebody to do something that you're not willing to do yourself.
Sure.
And
Agreed.
you
That's
don't
right.
hold employees to standards that you yourself are not going to live under.
Right.
Doesn't matter if it's against the law or not. It is character. It is integrity.
Right.
And that's how I've always chosen to live my life that way.
Right.
And to do what is right.
Right.
And if I make a mistake, I do my best to correct it, and I'll admit it.
Sure.
If I make one.
And goodness knows, in that job that you have, there are going to be mistakes made. That's part of it.
There are. It's going to be interesting how things turn out, because the county continues to move forward on certain things that they probably shouldn't, even though they've been advised not to.
Sure. Yeah.
They've gone through with an RFP to hire an outside auditor, which was suggested by the comptroller.
Naturally. Sure. Yeah.
Comptroller had no authority to direct them to do it.
Sure.
He simply suggested it, that he might do it if he was them. They have no authority to produce an RFP. So by producing an RFP and trying to interfere without the request or permission or participation of a constitutional officer, the county commission may have violated the state constitution and the federal constitution.
Sure. Yeah.
And in doing so, it is a legal liability, just as the mayor's use of the county lobbyist was a violation.
Sure. And, the bottom line is and I've never, I don't like saying this, but the bottom line is, you as a property assessor swings a pretty big stick in the county. I mean, you can, but
that's a misconception. Now, we have probably the most technically difficult job.
Sure. You got to deliver you're blamed with the bad news when the increases come.
And we're the ones that create the foundation upon which county government works.
Right.
However, as far as political clout, we don't carry all that much.
Right.
Because we have to come.
Sure.
We're not being a fee office, which means we don't operate out of excess fees like all of the other elected officials do.
True.
We're the only office that is beholden to the county commission for funds.
Right.
So they can strangle the office if they so choose by simply not allowing us to hire additional people or hire or purchase the software and tools that we need to do an effective job.
Right.
They have the power of the purse, even though they don't have the authority to dictate how the office runs. They simply cut off funds.
Sure. Right. Okay. We're going to go. Rob Mitchell's our guest, your Rutherford County property assessor. And folks, please stay with us. And if you have a call, please give us a call, 615-893-1450. Connor's going to take us to our first series of breaks, thanks to all of our sponsors as usual. And we'll be right back with you right after this. Stay with us. Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. If you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219. Or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or aa.org.
And I want to tell you about a great friend of ours, J. Mullins Jewelers. You know, they've been in this county for going on 100 years now. And their new location is 1640 Memorial Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro. Jewelry for any and all occasions, weddings, birthdays, of course, all holidays, Christmas and everything, getting real busy around the Christmas holidays. Check them out at 1640 Memorial Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro. You know, J. Mullins Jewelers. Can't beat it. Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. You know, if you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219. Or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I don't know how love could do this to me. I've waited and waited for someone I never see, but I'm so sentimental and I'm so hopeful you'll be here. So here I am every year, every Christmas. In my head, and I got my answer that first moment.
All right. One of the greatest voices you would have ever heard. He's no longer with us. Luther Vandross. Every year, every Christmas. Love that voice. Love that song.
I thought you were going to say that I am still here with you.
Well, you
said greatest voice you'd ever heard.
No, that would have been Ted. We did a duet years ago. Well, I'd rather not talk about it. It was one of those late night things. I love you always, you know, and all that. But it was a nasty breakup. You know, I'm going to read just a little bit more from this letter from Representative Tim Rudd. But I want to tell you something, and if you listen, and by the way, I don't know, I looked for Stephen Reynolds. He was supposed to be on the sidelines this afternoon, and I never did see him at the San Francisco game because the Titans went out to San Francisco and played a game. And Juwan Jennings, who is from Blackman, of course, when he caught a touchdown, he was going to try and get the ball to Stephen. Well, I saw him catch one touchdown pass, and I never did see Stephen. He was going to try to hand him the ball because Stephen and his son have sideline passes.
Wow.
So they've been there this weekend, and they're out to dinner probably right now as we speak. So at any rate, Stephen, if you're listening at any rate, I hope you got your NFL football. Bring it in here. I want to see it. I'll be glad to sign it. That'll make it worth a lot more. And but Juwan is up for hopefully a big contract. He'll be a free agent, and I'm telling you, the young man is doing it. You know, we've got some fantastic athletes from here in Rutherford County that are seriously making some serious money. You know, and you know, good for them. They certainly earn it, whether you believe it or not. They do.
You can buy a lot of honey with that.
Just ain't gonna let it go, are you guys? Okay. This again was from Tim Rudd. And this and Rob, comment on this if you would.
Sure.
Overview and concerns regarding the Comptroller's audit of the Rutherford County Assessor's Office. Background and meeting history over the past year. I've closely monitored the investigation in the Rutherford County Assessor's Office. During this time, I requested 2 meetings with the Comptroller and his staff, one in August and another in November of last year. Now, I'm guessing this is November of 24. To discuss the details and objectives of the audit. The Comptroller subsequently initiated a 3rd meeting in my office to provide further updates and address ongoing concerns. I have also met with the State Attorney General's office regarding issues of concern. Throughout the discussions, I emphasized the importance of ensuring the audit was conducted honestly and fairly. I raised concerns about the involvement of 2 Department of Property Assessors employees who were previously staff members of the local assessor's office, one of whom was a close associate of a former assessor from whom Rob Mitchell defeated for re-election. Mr. Mitchell later demoted him for cause. This individual engaged in verbally inappropriate behavior toward Mr. Mitchell and his staff during the audit process. Comptroller assured me that the employee would be removed from the process. However, a follow-up revealed that he remained present at the assessor's office. After informing the comptroller of what was occurring in his department, unbeknownst to him, the comptroller restricted his employees' access to the office. And though he continued to participate in the investigation and returned during the most recent shift audit period. Your comments, Mr. Mitchell, of where we're headed with this.
Well, my part of the audit is finished. We've done it. We've processed wrapping it up. All of that's accurate. There was some very dismissive and disrespectful language, which transpired, and I filed complaints with the Division of Property Assessments, and the director disagreed with me and said he didn't believe it. So that's where we are.
Right.
Hey there, you still there?
We have a caller?
Awesome. Yes, we do have a caller.
We do have a caller.
Yes.
Caller? Go ahead, you're on the air.
All right. I have watched the meeting where the comptroller, the entire thing, every minute, as long as it was, and to be quite honest, as boring as it was, because it was just one guy spouting stuff. The part that bothers me, I have contacted a few of our county commissioners, and they know I've actually had a few words with a couple of them, because I can't understand why they don't want to come like you're doing, straight to the source, Rob Mitchell, and if he's done something wrong, then make him face the music.
Right.
But they don't even want to find out what the music is. It's a case of why are they hiding and not saying, okay, we've heard one side of this story. Let's have Mr. Mitchell tell the other side before we just decide to throw it out there for several $100,000, possibly millions of dollars to do a full audit when something may not even be wrong.
The reason Rob is here, and the reason Rob has been here over the years so much on this issue, and I believe in Rob Mitchell.
Our commissioners refuse to talk to him to find out what's going on.
Sure.
Yeah.
He's tried to speak to them. They don't want to hear. I mean, how can you possibly get to the bottom of a situation until you know the situation?
Well,
they want to just go hire somebody.
Right, yeah, and what we're getting at, and I think what Rob's getting at, Rob, correct me if I'm wrong, okay, if they won't listen to you any other way, than just normal, every day-to-day, communication, then go after them. You have to do it legally.
Yeah.
Which is what you've done. And there's no doubt you and your wife have spent some money here yourselves.
Oh, yeah.
And some sleepless nights, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah. That they're doing to the assessor's office something that they would not dare do to the sheriff's office or to any other elected official's office.
Sure, because they have arrest power.
They wouldn't. The county commission does not have the legal authority in a constitutional office. They can't go and order an audit of the registrar's office, the county clerk's office, the circuit court clerk's office, the trustee's office, the sheriff's office. They do not have that authority, yet they have done it. And by doing so, they violated not only the rights of the elected official, they violated the constitutional rights of every voting citizen in Rutherford County who elected me, right or wrong, to administer the assessor's office. So if they spend $1 million and it comes back that I did a terrible job, what does that mean? They have no authority to do anything.
Right.
Except spend the taxpayers' money. If it comes back that there's nothing wrong, which the numbers are showing, because it's less than 0.25% change in the tax roll.
Right.
So it's showing that there's really nothing there. So if we spend $1 million to review the properties and it comes back and says, well, gee, Rob was right. Who has paid that $1 million and to gain what? It's political, folks.
Sure
and
it is.
The citizens are being abused once again through this process. And the ringleader, if you look at the purchasing committee meeting, Mayor Carr, he left the ethics hearing where 2 issues were referred to the district attorney. He went up there, and while it was supposed to be the last thing on the agenda meeting, he made sure it was the first thing out of his mouth.
Exactly. Yes, I know. I've watched, I've seen some of these meetings. Caller, let me ask you, I'm guessing you live here in Rutherford County?
Yes, I do. Christiana.
Have you? Well, okay. Hello, neighbor. I live at what used to be County Farm Road. There's not much of it left anymore.
I gotcha.
But if I may ask you, I'm putting you on the spot. Have you been satisfied with Mr. Mitchell's performance as far as a public servant?
Yes.
You have?
Yes. And I didn't know him prior to this situation.
Right.
And, obviously, arguing or complaining about taxes, I think that's, sort of a rite of passage to be an American.
Sure, right, yeah. Okay.
But we know we have to pay something.
Sure.
And so I didn't really know him, but I've gotten to know him a little bit through this. Because the bottom line, the first thing is, to me, the county commissioners, the first thing they should do is you would think that they would firstly reach out to him and say, hey, Rob, what's going on here? What is all of this noise about?
Right.
But they haven't done that. The second thing is when a state official comes down and absolutely lambastes him, you would think that they would stand up and say, hang on. Why didn't you give us all of this information prior to so that we would be prepared?
Exactly.
And they didn't do that either. And then the one county commissioner at that meeting who really questioned what was going on and really tried to shine light on it, it was just a case of, don't worry, we're getting that stuff to you. But it's a big, big file. And I thought, so it's a big file. This sounds like a big deal.
Right.
Send the big file, and surely these folks, they got up and put their shoes on, so I would think they could read and write, probably know enough to be able to read through that big file, which he acts like that none of the county commissioners are capable of reading.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So it's the case of why have our commissioners not tried to get to the bottom of this before they decided to vote on this request for proposal? Because then the next thing is after they voted to action, and a couple of them told me all we did was say that we wanted to at least explore that option.
Sure.
Like, but you don't even know if there's a problem.
Right.
I mean,
Sure.
if there
I
is
see
a
what you're
problem,
saying. Yeah.
Figure out if there's a problem before you know. I'm not calling the police. I'm not calling the fire department before I find out there's not even a problem. I don't know why I called you guys. I just want to see the blue lights.
Right. Sure. I agree. Yeah. But, I'll tell you one thing, caller, that I would say, and I've followed this thing. Now, I am not an attorney, and I've read over many legal documents in my time because I served a bunch of papers. I've been involved. I've never been through a divorce, but I've been involved in more of them than you can imagine. When I served paper, I wound up right in the middle of mom and dad, okay? And then, of course, the mother-in-law and the father-in-law. That's always fun. But, I mean, this is a legal situation that the county has gotten itself in, and more expressly the county mayor. And this requires, and I'm just going to say this, it requires some thought. It requires thinking. I mean, I had Mr. Carmen over, Mr. Mitchell's attorney, Bud Carmen. This man is not an attorney to be messed with. He knows what he's doing. If you have not heard that broadcast, I don't know, did you hear that broadcast, caller? I don't know.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you ought to go back and look it up. Bud Carmen
I
was
will.
on with me. And, I mean, this man is not to be played with, and he is still actively on the case. I mean, you're not hearing from him because, he don't squawk at everything that walks by. But, I mean, this is a serious matter. And these people, now they're into something they don't know what to do. And it's easy to sit back and just throw mud at it.
To add to that, the travesty of this situation is that you would think that Rob would have the county backing him in this situation to protect him or try to protect him, but he's having to pay for this attorney.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
So it's a case of, I don't quite understand this. We have a county attorney, and first of all, I just heard on the segment before I came on, Rob, where you said that what they're doing is illegal or unconstitutional, you said.
Right.
Well, that makes me wonder, what is the county attorney's job? I would have thought the county attorney's job was to try to keep the county from doing things that were unconstitutional, illegal, unlawful, whatever.
In all defense, and I know Nick, don't get me wrong, and I'm not defending it. Nick's a big boy. Nick Christensen is our county attorney. But I've seen this before, caller, and he's stated to do so, and they just, oh, yeah, well, whatever. And they don't pay any attention to it. They really don't.
No.
Rob, would you agree with that?
Yeah.
They just brush him off like, oh, well, that's your opinion. Well, it's a legal opinion, and he is engaged, and I agree. And Nick's very conscientious fellow. I know he's another one I served papers for years, and I'm telling you, and they just choose to just brush him off. And oh, okay, well, we'll get to that part later. Well, you're into that part now.
The one thing that I would like to see from him then, because I don't know him, but I would at least like to see him in a meeting or on your show or, in the paper, whatever, something to the effect of, as the county attorney, I have notified the county commissioners and the county mayor that, in my opinion, this is not a wise move, and they choose to go a different direction.
Right. I have a notice for you from none other than Miss Hope Oliver. She's commissioner at District 1 down in Laverne. And she says, and I hope you don't mind me, you sent it to me on a text. I'm going to read it. If I'm in trouble with her, it won't be the first time. It probably won't be the last. Let the caller know that this commissioner has met with Mr. Mitchell and asked his side of the story. The commissioner asked questions. I voted nay. So
yes, she did.
She did. Yeah.
There was a reason why it was a voice vote, too.
Right.
And she was one of the commissioners that I called.
Really?
And spoke with.
But she's a good one.
And she was one of the commissioners that told me that she was not going to just vote without trying to find out what was going on.
Well, caller, I want to say
what I
that.
was asking him. Call Rob and ask him what's going on. And then if you vote against him, you vote against him.
Sure.
But at least let me know that you tried to get to the bottom of it before you voted without knowing the details.
Well, that's true. And we have in this letter from Tim Rudd, our state representative, and everybody's had issues with state representatives. I know that. I understand that. But he's telling the truth. And in here, Rob, I believe it mentions square footage in a home. Mm-hmm. There may be areas in a home upstairs that are not finished